even just in movies in general, the box office this year, like DC's starting to cook. Like, Lanterns just started. Like, when's the last time movies and nerddom felt like this?
Last time I was on your show, I said that there is a transition happening, and we are leaving the silver age of comic book movies and going into a golden age of comic book movies. I think we are in it. I think it was a year ago, when I was here, and I think I was looking ahead, and my personal thoughts were that Marvel was going to start playing the hits because they weren't in a position to experiment anymore. They were a band that had done well 10 years ago, exaggerating, but in the metaphor. I don't need the comments. But like the band that had done well 10 years ago put out a couple experimental albums that had an occasional single or two people loved, but overall they didn't love as much. Then you do a tour, play the hits, get people back on your side, and then you can start experimenting again. I think right now, it's tricky because in comic books, the golden age is first, then it's silver, then it's bronze, then it's modern. But I think in the more metaphorical sense, we're entering a golden age in the more traditional nomenclature of what golden age means. We're entering an age where we have built from the year 2000, X-Men suits had to be black leather because Blade had done well, the Matrix had done well, and society wasn't ready, to the year 2025 when you had a fucking yellow spandex Hugh Jackman. Same man! Quarter century later, society caught up to shit. Spider-Man, same thing. We got a Spider-Man in 2001 that, is very Spider-Man-y, but then they drifted into more tech and drifted into a different costume. We've now drifted back to the most screen-accurate Spider-Man costume to date. We're getting things. The new X-Men are going to be, we see James Marsden finally getting Jim Lee suit, but I think this new X-Men is likewise going to be the comics. I think there is a different tonality. I think there's a different societal exception and expectation. Like, we want to accept it and we expect it. I think right now, between Superman and Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, all the stuff I talked about last year that I claimed kicked it off, I think between that and the successes in the box office this year, movie theaters coming back in a big way, conversations feeling like they're joyous again, this legitimately, I think, will kick off the best 10 years of comic book movies that we've ever had. I think more than 08 to 18. I think more I'm saying it because
I don't know about that.
we sugarcoat some of the stuff that came out because there was something around the corner that was going to be great. There was always something. There isn't the ability to do that now because the cost is too high. So I think they're being way more careful. I think they're pulling way more belt straps. So I don't think we'll have as many pitfalls. I think we excuse our Thor: The Dark Worlds and we excuse our things not working out. Marvel knows they can't get away with that, and DC knows they can't get away with that.
DC really learned they can't get away with that. But
that's what I mean. That wasn't the case in our last golden age. When everyone talks about like the incredible Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy, like that run, I think is the best we've ever had it. That was a good 3 or 4 years. I think if the studios look at the cost of fucking up now, we might enter a better age now because society can handle crazier shit and the characters are all coalescing better. Like, the deal between Marvel and Sony, much better. We saw how much better Spider-Man was. We saw creators get to create. We saw Tom Holland and Destin get to make creative choices. We see what's happening with the Batman 2 getting to be like, hey, make sure it's done. Like, take your time. Those things would not have fucking happened in the last golden age. I think we're going to enter a better age now. That's why. It's based on society, not based on movies. I'm looking at the way the art is reflecting society's patience, expectation, understanding, and the business side of it. It's different now. And less Disney Plus shows.
Yes.
Which will help.
So if we were to talk about specific movies and projects, what do you what are the heavy hitters or the things in the future that you think are going to contribute to this next 10 years? Is it what's at the top? X-Men?
Look at where we are right now.
The Batman, Beyond, like
on our calendars as people in the year 2026, we can look forward to in the next 5 years an X-Men series launching while a Superman series continues on, while a Batman series continues on, while the best Spider-Man, in my opinion, live action ever gets to continue on. It is all of the characters that literally are like, hey, remember when you had a fucking lunchbox? That's all right now in their prime. So I think 100% this next era is going to be box office success, critical success, us having these conversations. I think we're better off now looking to the future than we were better off in 2010 looking to the future.
We started the podcast at the right time.
Oh, come on, big dog. Come on,
dog.
But like,
and you're ramping up the social media. Go follow Coy. Go follow
truly,
Coy.
Like,
he's way smarter than us.
I disagree. You guys are so much more plugged into the culture of fandom, and I'm very plugged into the culture that led to this fandom.
Sure.
Well, that's because We are nerds.
But that's all of us. That's all of us. We get to represent the unks and the Gen Zs.
It's really interesting, just to touch on that. I really want to get back to what we're talking about, but you being on this show is such a unique perspective because, no disrespect to you, I love you to death, but you are somebody, for lack of a better way of saying it, I grew up watching. Mm-hmm. And so, and Real Rejects, and you've got everybody, the people that have been around for forever, new rock stars, and Mr. Sunday Movies, The Weekly Planet. And it is really cool that we're able to, you've come on this podcast 4 fucking times, and we're able to have the bridging of the gap of the generations. I love that. Where every time you come on, you say something like, you don't know what it was like. You were fucking 5 when Watchmen came out. Like you don't understand. Like that was so. And I look at it and I'm like, where the fuck is the giant squid? And you're looking at it as like, no, it's a masterpiece. The giant squid is the only thing they missed.
And the fact that we get to live this and then every few years look back like agriculturalists about it, I think is the more exciting thing than what it was the heyday was Winter Soldier, right? Like I think Winter Soldier, Dark Knight, like that was, I think, Daredevil was on Netflix. I think right now that is comfortably, Deadpool 1 came out. That's our best era. But I remember distinctly, I was hosting then, and I had time to do a half-hour breakdown on fucking Falcon's suit. We do not have the time to cover the fact that Spider-Man made $2 billion. We don't have the time to cover the fact, there is such an abundance of riches, but the human brain, much like Downey Jr.'s, is always striving for more. So I think we don't realize that we're living in a golden age while we're in it, in the same way that nostalgia is so powerful. In the present, we are never going to realize, holy shit, this might be the best it is, and then you need to take a step back and look at the fact, Man of Tomorrow, right, that's what I'm saying.
We're doing it right now.
You asked a question, and I'm going to say, this is going to be a very important tape. In 10 years, I am shooting my shot that The Batman 2, Superman 2, Spider-Man Brand New Day 2, whatever they call it, the launch of the X-Men universe, a combination Doomsday Secret Wars, all Beyond the Spider-Verse is out in 10 months? All of that is right fucking now. We're living in the best of times.
Doomsday is in 4 months.
This is now.
And then Secret Wars is next year. And also the fact that they announced the X-Men movie's date and it's less than 2 years away.
And X-Men 97 just ended. Daredevil Born Again's got another season coming out. Lanterns just dropped yesterday.
Ryan Gosling is Ghost Rider and he's in Star Wars.
And David Johnson is fucking T'Challa.
Yeah.
This is the time.
Yeah.
It's happening. But we're not made to see that. It's the way we survived as a species is to go what's better? How do I find a better station? How do I get into a better alignment with a tribe or get stronger to survive longer or make myself more approachable to mates? Our goal is to be better. That's why people $300 million ain't enough. What do you want? To be a better. So I think that's how we got to this point. But I also think that's why so many people are miserable because they think they just missed it. But it's happening now, but we need to think we just missed it to literally survive.
This is really cool that you brought that point up, what you just said. I was just on our Patreon movie night, shout out our Patreon, shout out our Deborah tier patrons, and we were watching the finale of X-Men 97, and afterwards I sat and talked with them for a couple hours. And I was talking to a young man named Nico, who's 15 or 16, he's in high school. And he was explaining I didn't really, and there were other people in the call, I might be putting all these people together, but there were people in the call that were didn't see Infinity War and Endgame in theaters because I was 9 or whatever it was, or maybe he did, but he was young. But he was like, we've got a midnight showing, me and my friends, for Doomsday, the Wednesday night. And it's
welcome to it, man.
And I was like, I will never forget my midnight showing of Infinity War. I was like, that is, even if the movie is dog shit, which we hope Doomsday isn't. We hope Doomsday is great. But even if the movie's dog shit, that is a memory for the rest of your life. You will remember going to the theater, getting out at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
And being like, what was that? You'll be up till 6 if you don't like it. If you love it, you'll be up the entire next 24 hours.
And it will be a thing that you get to keep you warm in bad days.
Yes.
It's a thing that gets to be something that sustains you through dark times and breakups in college if you're 9 or whatever the fuck. But also, I think it forms what your next wave is. I was 10 when Blade came out, so I was not allowed to see that R-rated movie in theaters, but you better believe the day that came out on VHS, I snuck it into my friend's car because they had a car TV, and I secretly watched an R-rated Blade at 10 and a half years old in the back of a car VCR VHS player driving to rural Vermont. I remember I watched Blade on a 10-inch screen on a fucking VHS tape for the first time when I was 10 going on 11, and it changed my life. And that is the worst way to see a movie for the first time. Like, on a winding road, a 10-inch screen, on horrible quality, but it showed me that other people gave a shit about a guy that's a vampire from comic books.
Yeah.
And so these kids today are getting to go out at midnight to see fucking Doom after a universe is formed, and people have the gall to say that times were better then? Like, it is the time!
You hosted a wonderful, wonderful event with Kevin Smith and Robert Kirkman.
Oh, I
and
love that day. Kings of Comics.
Yes, and they made the joke. They were like, a Craven movie is out right now, and none of us have seen it.
Right!
Like, that's
We're in it.
crazy. Yeah.